Being a sculptor by trade is how I introduce myself, and I smile often, as it's sort of an old traditional approach, and I've done a lot of different types of sculpture, and if I was to describe my practice, I would say it's figurative. Right now, the kind of work I do is performance and video. However, the work that brought me to that was the study of anatomy, the building of anatomical structure on top of skeletal structure, and the focused study of developing figurative works. This is the skill set I draw from when I produce the medical models, is the anatomical structures, the modeling, the mold making, the casting. All of that skill set comes into play. Working with medical researchers is key to my practice. Working with people like Dr. Rory Windrum and Dr. Greg Ryan at Mount Sinai Hospital are key to what I do. Together we develop a prototype that we feel confident that works. So getting that feedback from the medical practitioners is key to what we do. Working with somebody who has actually done these procedures is gold, is absolute gold. This is a representation of a 28-week-old fetus, and this fetus is used to teach a procedure called FETO, which is fetal tracheal occlusion. And this procedure is done on infants in utero when they present a condition called diaphragmatic hernia. Diaphragmatic hernia is when the diaphragm wall doesn't form and the intestines and stomach move into the chest cavity, which prevents lung development. And we all know we need lungs to breathe, and if the lungs are not healthy, the child is born with compromised lung capacity, or more often than not, they terminate. So what this procedure involves is, in utero, they place a saline-filled balloon into the larynx. The larynx is then, a positive pressure is introduced into the larynx, preventing the stomach and intestines from displacing the lungs. The infant develops more fully, and then after 4 or 5 weeks of development, the saline-filled balloon is removed, and the fetus is delivered. So this model is designed to teach the implantation and removal of that saline-filled balloon. So this is the detail of the interior, and you can see here there's the tongue, and then the uvula, and then the vocal cords. Part of my challenge was to be able to take the analog skills of observation and modeling and make all of this highly detailed, highly minute anatomy and then incorporate it into this particular body. And so everything that's done here is done in an analog way, using the traditional processes of sculpture. I would encourage students to follow their dreams. The dream of being an artist wasn't necessarily supported for me. And it was only because I really, really wanted to do this, and I felt this was the thing that I had to do, was to be an artist and make art, which has equipped me to do everything I do right now. I would encourage them to follow their dreams. Keep the big picture in mind, be realistic, and work hard. Be a professional, no matter what you're doing. And be mindful of your community and the connections you make through that community. I believe you can be successful at anything you want to do if you work hard.